Good evening. I am Anna Benjamin with another edition of EMO Nightly News. Today is February 26 and I'm delighted to be your presenter this evening. In the headlines, heavy equipment trainees display skills acquired at Youth Development Division Open Day. UWP endorses Dominica Bar Association statement on electoral reform. Cuba troops kill 4 in confrontation with Florida's speedboat. And West Indies women named squad for Sri Lanka T20 series in Grenada. Stay tuned for the details of these stories.
A blessing for you and a blessing for me. Your mercy keeps me going on. When the pressure rises, I don't worry, 'cause I know that God is fighting for me. Working for my good, yeah, 'cause he's intentional, never failing. I know that all things are working for my good, yeah, 'cause he's intentional, never failing, all things.
First up in local news. The Youth Development Division hosted Open Day for its Heavy Equipment Operations module, showcasing the progress of approximately 30 young people currently enrolled in the program. Of special note are the 4 women participating, 2 of whom you will hear from later in this broadcast as they share their experiences. The training is designed to equip participants with practical skills in operating heavy machinery and prepare them for employment opportunities in the construction and related sectors. Officials report that several trainees have already secured jobs as a result of the training. Chief Youth Officer Merita Hyacinth explained that the Open Day was organized to highlight the objectives of the program and to demonstrate the competencies the young participants have acquired.
Today is not just another activity in our program schedule. Open Day is a day that is about visibility, and it's about accountability, and most importantly, it's about a celebration. We host Open Day because we believe that when our young people are given structured opportunities, proper guidance, and access to skills training, they can produce real, measurable results. Today, you will witness those results for yourself. The Heavy Equipment Operations Program, delivered under the Youth Development Division through the Youth Skills Training Program, is designed to equip our young people with practical industry-ready skills. And over the past weeks, these trainees have undergone both theoretical and hands-on training.
The chief further emphasized that the program goes far beyond simply operating machinery, noting that it also focuses on discipline, safety standards, teamwork, and preparing participants for long-term career opportunities.
And this program is not simply about operating machinery. It's about building competence, discipline, and professionalism. It's about employability. It's about preparing our young people to enter into sectors such as construction, mining, and others with confidence. And it's about strengthening a culture of safety that supports a sustainable development for Dominica.
Meanwhile, Parliamentary Representative for the Paybush constituency, Honorable Akia Joseph, commended the trainees for their dedication and commitment. She noted that the program comes at a critical time, providing young people with meaningful opportunities for skills development and sustainable employment.
I want to congratulate them because they deserve the recognition. They deserve the recognition, and at the end of the day, they chose to show up. They chose to commit to this because it has been going on for quite a couple of weeks now, and you know, young people, we tend to have a very short patience span. We have a okay attention span, but patience. We are not investing in our youth trainings just to spend money or to just say we're doing something. We are investing because we want to build national capacity, and we are preparing these young persons for the infrastructure projects, for private construction companies, for mining operations, and for even entrepreneurial ventures, because I'm sure one or two of the people, of the trainees sitting here, might just want to start their own venture, branch out, and go probably purchase their own truck or their own machine and start an operation for themselves. So it's not just about a program or spending money, it's about investing in people and investing in the future of our youth.
We also heard from some of the participants who shared their experiences and expressed appreciation for the opportunity to be part of the training program.
I've always loved doing things out of what people would normally say, not for women or for women. I like breaking barriers, that is me. So I still remember the first day when I came at the Tarish pit and I sat in the machine. It was very enormous and I loved it. My mission was simple, to master the opportunity given, and that's what I plan on doing. As a young woman stepping into this space where we are often underestimated and we are still trying to carve our way in a field that is dominated by male, I felt empowered. Learning to operate the heavy equipment is not just about moving dirt or grading land. It's about discipline, it's about responsibility, knowing that I control thousands of pounds of steel. It helps shape my patience and my precision. Strength and skill doesn't always look how people expect. Sometimes it looks like a woman in a hard hat with steady hands, under control, focused, capable, and unshaken. To every young woman out there wondering if they can step into that space, I would like to honestly tell you from my heart, yes, you can. Even if the job wasn't designed with women in mind, you can. Skills is skills, dedication is dedication. Once you have your mind to it, you can achieve it. I'm deeply grateful to the Youth Division for such a training, making all this accessible to young people. Also to Mr. Eutychus Fabian for the work that you are doing with us. You are second to none.
I decided to take part in this heavy equipment operating training because it's always been a passion of mine. I love the field of construction. I've worked with Renault Construction for several years, and that has always been a desire of mine to learn how to not just handle heavy equipment, but also drive the big trucks like my friend Paula. Yeah, my experience so far has been very good, very informative. I not just learn how to operate heavy equipment, I also learn about safety, which is very important in operating heavy equipment, learn how to observe my surroundings, There have been times I've been fearful, especially when you have to climb up above that big hill there, because I'm terrified of heights. But for some reason, I just say, listen, if I have to conquer, I have to get rid of my fear, and it's been great thus far. To anybody thinking of joining any of the youth development program, it will be a great opportunity to make yourself more marketable.
We don't have enough operators, so I choose to come and take that training, which is going well so far. My experience is that I came there with no knowledge, knowing anything about the machine. So far, the training was smooth and nice, and I would say I'm well on my way moving forward. So, perhaps, yeah, good.
And you will also witness some of the trainees doing a demonstration. And in more youth-related news, the Youth Development Division and the Dominica 4-H program will host a virtual public speaking training on February 27th for senior clubs and March 1st for junior clubs. The training is in preparation for the National Public Speaking Competition, which will be held in March. Chief Youth Officer Ms. Marita Hyacinth explains the importance of this training.
This important annual initiative continues to strengthen the communication and leadership capacity of our young people. So the training will engage both the junior and senior 4-H clubs across the island, and they will be facilitated by highly capable and experienced trainers. This year we have Mrs. Cecilia Christmas, who is a youth officer, and she will be facilitating the junior clubs. And we also have Ms. Janelle Saunders from Antigua, who will be facilitating the training for the senior clubs. We also like to inform that these training will, these sessions will provide practical guidance in speech preparation, structure, confidence building, voice projection, stage presence, and effective delivery, and all in preparation for the upcoming competitions and activities.
Hyacinth also spoke about the Junior 4-H festivals, which will be held in March.
These festivals will happen on the following dates. We have at the Clifton Primary School from March 3rd, Daly's Primary School on March 4th, Salisbury Primary School March 6th, and the Benz Primary School for March 17th. And these will basically cover our districts. These festivals will feature the impromptu speech, show and tell, a Jeopardy, which will have a Dominica edition Jeopardy, exhibitions and demonstrations by agro-processors and entrepreneurs. The festival is also providing an excellent platform for our club to showcase their talents, their creativity, and the agricultural knowledge and leadership skills in a positive and yet but competitive environment. We extend sincere thanks to our main sponsors, OECS Pearl Dominica and ICWI Insurance Company Limited, and also to the Ministry of Education, the Ministry of Youth, or our dedicated local 4-H leaders, teachers, parents, volunteers, and every other individual coming on board to make these activities a success.
In other local news, The United Workers' Party, UWP, Team Dominica has fully endorsed a recent statement issued by the Dominica Bar Association titled Voter Registration and Confirmation, Ensuring the Integrity and Inclusivity of the Electoral Process, published on February 19, 2026. The UWP noted its long-standing advocacy for electoral reform, highlighting its involvement in election petitions following the 2009, 2014, and 2019 general elections, where concerns of electoral irregularities were raised. The party said it has consistently pushed for free and fair elections in Dominica. The UWP also referenced its collaboration with groups such as the Dominica Business Forum and the Dominica Electoral Reform Coalition in advancing electoral reform efforts. The party is now calling on the Cabinet and the Electoral Commission to support and implement the Bar Association's recommendations to strengthen the country's electoral process. And in other local news, the Dominica Fire and Ambulance Services yesterday visited the airport construction site to receive updates on the development of the firefighting facility, an essential component of any modern airport. Officials were briefed on the progress of works, which form part of the critical safety infrastructure required for airport operations. Officials are satisfied that construction is progressing smoothly.
And today we are very much pleased with this walkthrough at the airport site. We as fire officers have a better understanding of the construction, what's really happening here in terms of the safety measures and even our response as fire officers, our role as fire officers. So thus far we are very much pleased with what is happening, and we can only hope for the best.
CEO of the International Airport Development Company, Samuel Johnson, explained the importance of the fire officials on site.
For the airport, and we've just done a walkthrough with the deputy chief and his staff to again make sure that everyone is involved, everyone is aware, any questions, any concerns. And fire for us for any airport is very, very critical. So ensuring that we meet the requirements and meet the needs of the fire department is critical, because the fire rating of the airport is determined by the fire department in the airport and the ability to respond. So this is supposed to be a Category 9 airport, and ensuring that we have the equipment and the training and the space for the fire services to be able to maintain that rating that we'd want for this new airport.
The fire service facility will include 3 designated bays for fire trucks, ensuring rapid response capability in the event of an emergency. The fire service is also responsible to review all the buildings on site to ensure that they are in keeping with all safety regulations. In more local news, local entrepreneurs have given high praise to the Dominica Agricultural, Industrial and Development Bank, the Aid Bank, for providing easier access to financing to support and expand their operations. One entrepreneur, Mr. Charles Gardier, said the bank played a critical role in helping his family launch West Coast Farm Supplies Limited. He noted that the financial support received was instrumental in getting their operations off the ground and positioning the business for growth.
We see years of hope, sacrifice, and unshakable determination. And for the past 5 years, the bank has stood firmly by our side. We are here to express our sincere appreciation to the Aid Bank, and especially to the relationship managers. Managers, because when you go to Aid Bank, you don't want person, Different times you see different people coming to your assistance. You come to for one loan, but so many people coming to you because they're eager to help you. So relationship managers who are there with us. When we first approached the bank with our vision for business, we weren't just looking for a loan. We were looking for a partner who would believe in our potential. The bank, you took the time to understand the unique rhythm of an agricultural supply business.
Notable woman farmer Heska Chatter also commended the institution, highlighting the positive impact the funding has had on her farming enterprise and overall productivity.
I press on, driven by determination, supported by the bank that believe in my potential. Growing through support and opportunity, over the years, the relationship with EdBank evolved into true partnership. Their loan facilities did more than provide in financing. They gave me the opportunity to grow. With each loan, I was able to make bold steps and shape my future. Improving and expanding my farm, diversifying into vegetables, ginger, and white potatoes. Strengthening sustainable farming practices in increasing livestock and poultry production. Each loan began as a stepping stone, lifting me from one level to the next. They were more than financial boost. They were opportunities to rise, to strengthen my confidence, and to grow in resilience.
Meanwhile, Chairman of the Board of Directors of the Aid Bank, His Excellency Ambassador Martin Charles, praised the institution's continued innovations aimed at improving efficiency and ensuring timely disbursement of funds to clients. He affirmed the bank's commitment to supporting local enterprise and national development.
We will continue the advancement of the productive and social sectors by developing new and existing businesses, utilizing climate-smart and technologically driven initiatives. Focus will continue to be placed on investments in agriculture and fishing, manufacturing, infrastructure, tourism, renewable energy, services, and transportation. We stand ready to partner with those of you who may be interested in taking advantage of the tremendous opportunities brought about by the construction of the international airport. We will continue to develop and support the youth, the underprivileged, and specific target sectors, utilizing a range of products at unique terms. Optimal visibility will be maintained through our consistent presence in communities, via social media and other media outlets.
And finally, on the local scene, Glory in Paradise, Dominica's first ever National Gospel Festival, will take place this weekend at the Windsor Park Sports Stadium, beginning at 5 p.m. sharp. The event, sponsored by the Government of Dominica, aims to boost festival tourism on island while promoting gospel music and faith-based entertainment. Chief Executive Officer of the Discover Dominica Authority, Martha Williams, explained the purpose of the festival and its intended economic impact on the country.
Glory in Paradise was developed with clear purpose. The intention is for it to become and remain a national event. Religious tourism is one of the most organized segments of global travel. Faith-based groups, they plan early, they travel together, and often extend their stay beyond the event itself. For Dominica, this will translate into room nights, so hotels accommodation will be filled, transportation services, restaurant activity, and of course direct circulation of funds within our economy and within our communities. This event is an opportunity to deliberately and competitively position ourselves, or might I say, continue to position ourselves within the event market. At the same time, this initiative is grounded in who we are as a country.
Williams added that the Gospel Festival is expected to become a permanent fixture on Dominica's annual events calendar.
And we wish them every success. And I note that we're saying inaugural. The intention is to continue this. We may change the dates moving forward, but we intend on this gospel concert or gospel festival becoming part of our annual calendar because it appeals to a particular niche market. And we think Dominica is growing to become, the festival hub of the Caribbean. So why not include the faith-based aspect in here.
She also appealed to regional and international visitors to travel to Dominica to experience glory in paradise. Additionally, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Labor and Ecclesiastical Affairs, Gloria Joseph, highlighted the spiritual and social significance of the initiative.
Sponsored by the government of Dominica, recognizes the contribution of faith-based organizations in a visible and practical way. I wish therefore to thank the government of Dominica for its support of this initiative. I also thank Discover Dominica Authority for its personnel, its technical teams, and the many others that are assisting with this endeavor, for its coordination. Also, I thank the pastors, many pastors, volunteers, and technical teams, security personnel, and service providers who are working carefully to ensure that this event is delivered with order and with excellence.
Organizers further revealed that proceeds from the event will go towards supporting a social cause, with churches also raising funds through the sale of food and other items. Meanwhile, several of the local gospel artists who will minister at Glory in Paradise addressed the press conference, giving patrons a preview of what they can expect this weekend. And that's all for local news. We'll be right back with regional news.
Don't forget, today we have funeral, we have functions. Make sure you're on time.
Always on time, eh?
You're always on time. Make sure. All right. Papa Met, look, I just received a message from National Bank asking me to regain access to my account. Look at message that your account has been placed on hold due to an unusual activity. Let me click that link.
How many times NBD has to say that they will never ever send links via text message to regain access to account or to restore account or to do anything with account?
So National Bank that sent it, I believe it. I just click in.
Emo, if you are not sure, it's better if you call National Bank at 255-2300 or email them at customersupport@nbd.dm.
Papa Met, little again I lose all the little money I save up from my account.
And you'd find money to pay me.
Yeah, I tell you, I almost click link and almost lose my money. You're talking about I hope I have money to pay you. Let's go, eh?
All I know is don't click any link. Call NBD instead.
So let us know our business.
And regionally, U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio has pledged stronger engagement with Caribbean nations at the 50th regular meeting of the Conference of CARICOM Heads of Government in St. Kitts and Nevis. Rubio said the United States is prioritizing the Western Hemisphere and views Caribbean states as key partners. He identified transnational criminal organizations and narco-trafficking as urgent shared security threats and called for deeper cooperation with regional governments and U.S. law enforcement. He also highlighted economic opportunities, especially in energy development and investment, and said stability in Venezuela could benefit the wider region. Rubio described a stronger, safer, and more prosperous Caribbean as directly strengthening the United States, underscoring Washington's renewed commitment to partnership with CARICOM member states. On the sidelines of the 50th regular meeting of the Conference of CARICOM Heads of Government, the government of Grenada signed a Memorandum of Understanding with Saudi Exab for International Investments Company to explore new investment opportunities aimed at supporting Grenada's sustainable economic development. The agreement establishes a non-binding framework for dialogue, research, and information sharing to identify areas of mutual investment interest. Both parties emphasize a commitment to impact-driven and commercially viable initiatives. Key highlights of the memorandum include non-exclusive cooperation to explore potential investment opportunities, collaboration on economic and market research, subject to confidentiality and data protection requirements, and a strong focus on good governance, legal compliance, and ethical standards. Saudi Exab is an international investment firm focused on long-term economic value, while Grenada continues to position itself as a credible and responsible destination for foreign direct investment. Officials say the MOU marks an important step in strengthening bilateral engagement and lays the groundwork for future collaboration. And finally, in regional news, Prime Minister Andrew Holness met with the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, the Honorable Kamla Persad-Bissessar, as both leaders reaffirmed their commitment to deepening regional cooperation. During the meeting, Prime Minister Persad-Bissessar reflected on her time as a student at the University of the West Indies, Mona, highlighting the strong people-to-people ties between the two nations. The leaders discussed matters of mutual importance, including national and regional security, immigration, and labor, emphasizing the need for continued collaboration to build safer and more resilient communities. Prime Minister Holness also expressed gratitude for Trinidad and Tobago's support to Jamaica in the aftermath of Hurricane Melissa, underscoring the spirit of solidarity that continues to guide relations between the two Caribbean partners. And that's all for regional news. We'll be right back with international news.
Was that a cough?
No, just a little tickle in my throat.
That was a cough.
No, it wasn't.
You need to go home.
I'm not contagious.
No. You
It's chronic bronchitis.
No. You need to go home. No. Stop.
And internationally, Cuba's government says its border patrol forces killed 4 people and wounded 6 others after opening fire on a Florida-registered speedboat in Cuban territorial waters on Wednesday. According to Cuba's Ministry of Interior, the vessel approached near Cayo Falcons off the Villa Clara coast. Authorities claim those on board opened fire first, injuring a Cuban commander, prompting troops to return fire. Officials say all 10 people aboard were Cuban nationals living in the United States and were armed. The incident has been described by Cuban authorities as an attempted terrorist infiltration. Survivors were taken into custody and the injured are receiving medical treatment. U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio said there was no U.S. government operation involved and no U.S. personnel on the vessel. He added that U.S. agencies are reviewing the incident and the U.S. Embassy in Havana has requested access to those detained. The shooting comes amid heightened tensions between Washington and Havana. Investigations by both countries are ongoing, with key details still unclear. And finally, in international news, a snowball fight in Washington Square Park during this week's blizzard has sparked a public dispute between New York City Mayor Zoran Mandami and the NYPD. Video circulating online shows a large crowd gathered after nearly 20 inches of snow fell across the city. Some participants were later seen throwing snowballs at responding police officers. Authorities say several officers were struck in the head and face and taken to the hospital. They are reported to be in stable condition. Police Commissioner Jessica Tisch described the incident as criminal, and the NYPD has released images of 4 young men in connection with the matter. However, Mayor Mandani suggested the situation involved kids whose snowball fight got out of hand and indicated that charges may not be necessary. His comments have drawn criticism from police unions who argue the incident amounts to assault. The disagreement marks one of the first major public clashes between the mayor and the police unions since he took office. That's it for international news. We'll be right back with sports.
Blast Gaming presents its biggest job whatever. Blast Mystery Progressive. I'm so excited. I can't hide it. The new blast up and rising. And I like it. It going up and up and up and up and up. Blast up and up and up and up and up and up.
Play Mystery Progressive. Pick until you match 3 gems and win one of the 5 cash jackpots. Or you can blast up with the Mystery Progressive jackpot.
Blast gaming.
First up in sports news. Cricket West Indies has announced a 15-member squad for the upcoming 3-match T20 International Series against Sri Lanka Women's National Cricket Team, set for February 28th to March 3rd at the Grenada National Cricket Stadium. Led by Captain Hayley Matthews, the series forms part of the team's build-up to the ICC Women's T20 World Cup 2026 in the United Kingdom this June. 17-year-old Barbadian Ebony Brathwaite earns her maiden senior call-up after an impressive regional T20 blaze, boasting a strike rate of 146. Zaida James and Mandy Mangru also joined the squad following the ODI series, replacing Ashmini Munisa and Chanel Saw. Head coach Shane Dietz said the series is key preparation in a World Cup year, noting several players return in strong form from the Women's Premier League. He also highlighted young all-rounder Jazara Clixton as one to watch. West Indies women are currently ranked 6th in T20s, just ahead of 7th-ranked Sri Lanka, setting up a competitive showdown. Also in more T20 World Cup action, South Africa produced a clinical performance in the Super 8 stage, defeating the West Indies in emphatic fashion. The West Indies set the stage with 176 for 8 in their allotted 20 overs, a competitive total that promised an exciting contest. However, South Africa's response was nothing short of dominant. They powered their way to 177 for 1 in just 16.1 overs, sealing the match by 9 wickets with 23 balls remaining. A statement victory for South Africa as they continue their strong run in the tournament. And stay with EmoNews for more updates from the T20 World Cup. In local sports news, the 2026 Sports Division Secondary Schools Under-20 Cricket Championship continued at the Botanic Gardens with a dominant performance from the Dominica State College against the Pierre Charles Secondary School. After winning the toss, the Dominica State College bowled out the Pierre Charles School for 49 in the first innings. Trevor Henry top-scored with 17, while Eden Mitchell made 11. A senior fountain starred with the ball, taking 5 for 16, supported by Jared Smith, 2 for 4, and Koma Telemark, 2 for 13. In reply, the Dominica State College were dismissed for 73, with Cornell Prince scoring 13. Sirani Stevens led the Pierre Charles bowling with 5 for 22, and Joseph Stewart claimed 3 for 25. Forced to follow on, the Pierre Charles Secondary struggled again and were bowled out for just 18 runs. Prince returned figures of 4 for 6, Telemark a 3 for 5, and Fontaine 3 for 7. The Dominica State College secured victory by an innings and 6 runs. And finally, in sports news, the San Antonio Spurs extended their winning streak to 10 games with a 110-107 comeback victory over the Toronto Raptors on Wednesday night in the Scotiabank Arena. Devin Vassell led the Spurs with 21 points, while De'Aaron Fox added 20. Victor Wembanyama contributed 12 points and 5 blocks as San Antonio outscored Toronto 32-17 in the fourth quarter, after trailing by 15 late in the third. The Raptors, who have now dropped 2 straight, were paced by Brandon Ingram's 20 points and 11 rebounds, and Immanuel Quickley's 20 points. Toronto led 90-75 heading into the final quarter, but could not hold off the Spurs' late surge. A potential game-tying 3-pointer by Ingram in the closing seconds missed, sealing the Spurs' dramatic comeback win. And that's all for sports. We'll be right back with the weather report. And here is a weather report from the Dominica Meteorological Service. A strong high-pressure system continues to dominate weather conditions across the area. Expect partly cloudy to occasional cloudy conditions. It will be slightly hazy and breezy with a few brief showers possible. Winds will be east-northeasterly to east-southeasterly. This has been EmoNews Nightly Package for February 26, 2026. I am your presenter, Anna Benjamin. Do have a lovely evening, everyone.
Welcome to Antigua. These people have no behavior. They have no behavior. Welcome to Antigua.